Hi guys, today we are going to talk about RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation in AI. So what exactly is a RAG model? So before we come to RAG, let's deep dive into the basic LLM model first. So basic LLM model, how does that work? So if we have a prompt where user type his query, so that particular query goes to the large language model, and based on the data which LLM has, it sends back the response. So this large language model, do we have any restrictions of this LLM model? Yes, we do have, because large language model based or works on based on the data it has fed on. So whatever data set it has, it will provide the response, it will generate the response based on that data only. But that data might be updated and might not be updated as well. So it might be having some out of the date information. So if a user types a query which needs some kind of updated information, if you say, then probably some few cases LLM might not provide the best answer to the user query. For example, right now there have been general elections in United States and a new president is going to take the oath. But that information might not be with the LLM. So if today any user prompts a query about the current president of United States, so he might not get the latest information. So that shortcoming, that restriction of LLM model of out of date information in few cases, how do we overcome to that situation? So for that kind of scenarios we have RAG. So here we do not solely depend on LLM model. We augment that retrieval source of the data somewhere in this model, so that user will always get the latest information. So at left hand side, if we see we have open and closed data. So before LLM sends the response back to user, so it will first go and check that query which user has typed in the open database. It can be of some kind of documents, or it can be some internet, or some kind of closed data. So it can be a various source of data which is basically a latest information for us to rely on. So that way, first that user query goes to this specific data, this retrieval of data, and then based on that data, LLM prepares the response and send it back to user. So that way, the response we are getting from the system, we can rely upon that particular response because it has been augmented with that particular source of data. So it has two benefits. So we are just relying on the latest information because we can certify that this particular data comes from this particular source. So on top of that, this particular source we can update as and when we get a new information. So LLM does not need to work on out of the date data. So another option of using this RAG could be like we can send source confirmation, like from where we are fetching that data and how reliable that source is. So these two benefits we get out of this RAG model. So that is a newer enhancement, we can say, on top of the existing LLM model. So that is what is all about RAG model. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching it.